Living Real Change with Piedmont Healthcare. I'm Dr. Jane Morgan. Through this platform, I will introduce you to visionaries who have journeyed to empowerment and are now living real change within their communities and across the state of Georgia.
I'm Laura Hope Whitaker, and I am the CEO of ESP, Extra Special People. We've been around since 1986. It was started by a woman named Martha Wiley who saw that kids with developmental disabilities didn't have the same opportunities as typical kids. And it has grown to over 900 families and serving all over the state of Georgia. We exist to create transformative experiences for people with disabilities and their families, and what we know is that changes communities for the better.
So growing up in Atlanta, what were your interests growing up that maybe were formative and led you in this path?
My parents were very philanthropic and giving of their money, but also of their time. Volunteerism was a part of our family culture. So when I came to the University of Georgia, I had to find a place to volunteer, and it ultimately led me to ESP, which is pretty beautiful.
How do you see it evolving? So starting in 1986 and here we are in 2023.
So when I came in as a college student, we were serving about 60 participants with developmental disabilities during a summer camp and one Saturday a month. We fulfill our mission by 360, which is a year-round opportunity to support people with disabilities and their families through family support, emergency respite, counseling, family events, and after-school programs. Java Joy is an unexpected moment of connection. At our Piedmont Training Center here in Athens, you may find a mom with a child with a disability that doesn't know anything about ESP who may come for a therapy appointment. And they go to the Java Joy cart and they get some really great cookie dough and a cup of coffee. But most importantly, they get a hug. They interact, they have a human connection. And that's how I see us really evolving, is we're serving the participant, we're supporting the family, but we're also changing the narrative on how to include, interact with, and be around people with developmental disabilities.
And what other ways do you think that you're making a positive difference?
Yeah, I think at the core, all of us really want two things. We want purpose and we want community. A community that we belong in. And some of us find that in churches and clubs and sports and our work. I think ESP kind of checks those boxes for a lot of people. It's about community and it's about purpose. And I think that's what we provide to so many groups of people here.
Do you find it to be empowering as well?
Absolutely. I think it's empowering not only for people like me who find a life of purpose, but for some people who just find a day of purpose and are changed for the better.
But what have you learned that we can learn from people with disabilities?
We all need human connection. And I think particularly now with technology, we've pulled back more than we lean forward. And my friends at ESP, they never stopped leaning forward. And because of that, they see beauty in people. They see people through the lens of their ability and what they bring to this world.
Where do you see ESP? Next 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? Where would you like to see it?
We believe that every community should have an ESP. Every individual of every ability should have access to transformative experiences like ESP, with a universally designed playground and a Miracle League field. And it's great not just for people with disabilities and their families, but the entire community benefits from ESP. And we believe that that can happen in any community.